I want to do this video to show people the placement of an arrow from shooting on the ground, from shooting in the air. On the ground, you have to concentrate on your entry wound, entry hole where you go in, and up in the air, you have to concentrate on your arrow coming out. There's two different places you have to shoot from the ground and in the air, and I have friends that have missed deer or lost deer because of where they placed the arrow on the ground and never practiced in the air. And I want to show you how to do that today. When you're shooting on the ground, this is the heart area. Some hunters concentrate on the heart area and some hunters concentrate on the lung area. I am more of a lung shooter than I am a heart placement shooter. You have a bigger, wider area to hit. So when I shoot this deer, I'm going to try to shoot it right here, and my entry wound is going to come straight out over there on the ground. But when I shoot in the air, I'm going to concentrate on shooting high, so my exit hole will be lower here to catch both lungs. Your range on the ground versus being in the air is going to vary a yard or two. So I always range the deer or hog or whatever we're shooting before I shoot. 13 yards from right here. Bow level. That is a perfect, above the heart, took both lungs out. All right, now I'm going to walk up the platform and I'm going to be shooting about 20 foot up in the air, 18 foot, and I want to show you the difference in where I hit there to where I'm going to hit up in the top. Like I said, anytime you're shooting out of a tree stand, if you're going to be hunting out of a tree stand, it's the most important thing you can do is practice from elevation. All right, that's good. I want to show you shot placement, what I was talking about. This arrow is from the ground. All right, that arrow would have went in, and it would have come out right here. It would have come out right here. Right there is where that arrow would have come out. Here to here. Okay. This arrow here, which is the one, this one was on the ground, this one's up in the air. See how high it is? It's going to be shooting down. It would have come out right here as taking both lungs out at one time. Both shots would have took both lungs. Like I said before, some people's heart shooters. I like going for the lungs, bigger target. First, like I said, if you're in a stand, have a rangefinder bow hunting. It's very important. Don't borrow your buddy's rangefinder. Buy your own and use your bow with this rangefinder. Range it from up here. You set your bow in wherever you're shooting with your rangefinder, and that way when you get in the woods, out in the field, your distance will be the same because your bow is set up to this rangefinder. I'm gonna range this first pig right here. And I know that pig is 28 yards. Knocking point. Bow level. Dead center that hog. Dead center. That's what a rangefinder will do for you. That should be right there in the lungs and the heart area. Perfect kill shot. Perfect. Took out the lungs and the heart. There's, on a deer, that's the 10 ring. His heart is right behind here. I got a lung going in, and I'll have a lung coming out. It's very important to get both lungs. If you miss the heart, both lungs, very important. All right, I want to show you a 48-yard shot. What I mean about shot placement, here's the lung ring. You're going to get one lung as you're going in, and I want you to see this. All right, there's that. I'm going to push this out. That's coming out. Okay, there's where it went in. Now, I want you to see on the back side where it would have come out at. That would have took both lungs out right there. That would have went all the way through the deer, took both lungs out. Right there. That is very important in shot placement from up in the air. In there, both lungs. Knocking point. Perfect. That took out his breast area. He's a dead turkey. Hand open. Knocking point. Remember, that's very important, your knocking point. Same place every time. That's perfect. That's a little higher than his heart. Take out both lungs. That exit hole will take out both lungs right there. All right, I want to stress a quartering away shot, which a lot of people do. Right here on this deer, right here, it's quartering away. You got to shoot back towards his back ribs, like second to the last rib or the last rib, and shoot front towards his front shoulder. I want to show how important that is, because if you shoot at his front shoulder to his lungs, you might shoot high and you go through his front shoulder and come out his breast and never hit a major artery or a lung or a heart, and you might just you might never find that deer. Main thing is you range the deer first. That deer is 21 yards. You always range trees around you so you'll know your markings when you're bow hunting. All right, that arrow went in at his last rib or next to the last rib, and that arrow is going to come out right in front of his front shoulder. That's going to take out his liver, his 2 lungs, and he ain't going 20 yards. What I've showed you today is shot placement from in the air. It's very important to have a rangefinder. It's very important to practice from the air. If you're going to shoot out of a stand, if you're going to shoot out of a ground blind and you know you're not going to shoot out of a stand, practice from the ground. But shot placement from the air is totally different than shot placement from the ground. But just practice. Practice makes perfect. Perfect kill shots is great deer hunting, because you don't want to wound an animal and can't find him, and he suffer for days and days and days. If you're going to bow hunt, practice and make a good shot that counts. And something else I want to tell you, practice long shots. If you practice long shots, you're going to hold the bow steady and you're going to catch your mistakes better, because you're going to be off. You're going to be way off on the targets. Practice long shots. I practice a lot from my deck, and from my deck down to the last deer is 100 yards. I can shoot 100 yards and shoot these animals down here. But it's because I practice long distance to hold the bow steady, and that's what we're going to do now. We're going to walk up here and practice long distance. Know before you see this, don't ever shoot at a deer this far. Don't ever. The bows are not made to kill deer at 100 yards. The point is, shooting long distance makes you more accurate shooting close up. If you shoot long distance and you get 120 yards, your confidence is built up. You're going to kill that deer. And 9 times out of 10, if you can hit him at 100 yards, you're going to hit him at 20. I'm going to shoot at that black bear. The black bear shot, you can't even shoot, you can't even see the bear. So I'm going to shoot at him. I have to shoot over 2 deer to hit the black bear. Right now I can see where I hit that hog good from the side. I'm going to shoot the bear over the 2 deer, shoot and kill the bear. All right, that is a clear, too long heart shot. Too long heart shot. Took out both lungs and took his heart out, and you can't even see the black bear. That is 89-yard shot. That's why I say practice distance shooting if you're able to.
Right in the circle. Perfect shot.
Right, I'm just going to shoot now at the deer, Clint.
Get behind the cage.
Clint, that's a long shot on the deer at 100 yards. Yard shot, kill shot. Right in the heart, in both lungs, heart and two lungs.
That's a perfect shot. Right in the circle.
Thank you, cuz. Okay, in my pool house, I have some deer heads that I've killed over the last 5 or 6 years. And I just want to show you what dedication to hard hunting and practice and practice and practice and using the right technique at the right time of the year. I use a lot of buck bombs. I use Tink 69. I use a lot of them things. And you cover scent. You can't never say enough about cover scent. Cover scent is the most important thing you can do. A lot of these deer come up from downwind. I mean, you just got to be covered scent, and you got to be scent free. Come on. Here's a 13 pointer, 240 something pounds. I can't exactly remember. All right. Here's a chocolate 10 pointer, 212 pounds. 218 pounds, 212. I know it was in that range. Way over 200 pounds. That one's over 200. That one's over 200. Here's my baby here. 223 pound 11 pointer. Hunt hard, hunt safe, and they're out there. You can kill them. But you can see I have several, and you can tell when I first started hunting, I shot smaller bucks. But it pays sometimes to let them walk to get big bucks like this. Hunting is your future. Hunting is the future, but if you don't get your kids involved, the hunting's going to be gone out in a few years, or I'm going to say 10 or 15 years. You don't have many people hunting. I got 2 girls here, Star and Sky, and this is Sky, this is Star. We already have stands up. We're gonna have them. I'm gonna have them in the woods with me this year. I don't know how long we'll sit there, but they're going with me. Today I've showed you short distance shooting. I showed you shot placement. I showed you what practicing from 100 yards will do. It can be done. And you can shoot as good as you practice. If you practice good, you can shoot good. And I hope you enjoyed watching me shoot today. I love shooting my Matthews. I love Rage Broadheads. I love the bone collectors. If anybody's got any questions or would like to shoot, you can feel free to call me at 864-909-3942. I'd be more than happy to work with you. I can have you shooting anything in my yard in 30 minutes if your bow is set up to adjust your face where you buy your bow at. Set it up, come call me. I'll be glad to work with you. In 30 minutes, I'll have you shoot anything from 18 yards out to 30 or 40 yards.